Hey guys, welcome to another video. That's coolant on the floorboard of the van that we worked on a little while back, the Chevy van. So what are you thinking, Brian? What do we got going here?
Well, the other day after we got it running, I took her for a little spin. I noticed she was leaking, and well, actually, that's not true. I just noticed the temp was going up, so I started adding water, and yeah, it was leaking. So the other day when we got it running, I heard a pop noise, and I assumed it was the brakes, but and it may have been, I don't know. But we've also got a pretty significant coolant leak, and it appears like it's coming from the heater core over here. So we're just going to tuck into that and see what can be done for it. The good news is it doesn't look like I'm the first person to have been in there, and the vast majority of the screws appear to already be missing. And it looks like there's a few holding the thing together, and they're 6mm, so we're going to open it up and see if we can figure out what the problem is.
Alright, let's get started. So we're under the dash on the passenger side of the van, right, Brian?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're thinking it's the heater core?
Yeah, I mean, it's dripping pretty profusely over here. I mean, actually, why don't we do that? We'll start it up so you can see it.
I see a small drip.
Yeah, it's low.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah, it's already, a lot of it is already dripped out, but now that the car is starting to run some, you can see it all dripping out right from that little, I guess maybe that's a rivet or a bolt right there.
Yeah, it's just a screw that's holding the plastic together.
All right.
All right, so it's 7/32 screws.
And again, what year is this van?
It's a 1997
Chevy.
Yep, Chevy Express 2500.
I guess the one right out the front here. Okay.
It's been ripped out a lot like that. So.
Alright. Well, we can see it back there. Just that cover is still fighting a little bit.
Well, we need to, I think, refill the reservoir and then start her up. And it looks pretty apparent at this point that it has to be the heater core, because it doesn't really seem like there's any hose in here to be the issue. So
Okay, well let's do that then.
Christ, dude, look at the size of that hole.
Wow. Let's see if we can get that one more time. That hole is probably rusted out. It's got to be a good ½ inch long and a ¼ inch wide. So, I don't know if I can get a closer. No, there, just hold that down. Yep. Alright, well there's that hole, so I guess we'll need to take that out and repair. Alright, Brian, now that we know what the problem is, that ginormous hole in the heater core there, how are we going to get that out of there?
Well, I don't know. I'm making it up as I go along, but I do see at the base of the inlet here, there's another screw, and I'm hoping that is what secures the whole thing and that we can leave this in place and snake it out of there, but I'm going to find out. This is the same size as the there's still some stuff holding it, so.
Piece of the vent. It's just
I was at least able to swing it out of the way.
so that you can get to that screw way back there.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can get a picture of it in there, but it's all the way to the back. Okay.
It's in the very center top of the heater core itself. It's holding a bracket that's clipping. This is mounted like this.
I got you.
And it's clipping the core in place. Let's see if there's anything else. Hey.
Alright, she's loose.
Looks like maybe we got it. Alright, now what we gotta do is disconnect the cooling lines, or coolant lines, and
She should pop right out.
she'll slide right forward, but
Okay.
let's see.
Okay, so what's going on now, Brian?
Well, right now I think the only thing that's holding it in are the lines that feed over to the radiator.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to pull the center console out and see if we can access it this way, because it's up pretty high in a very awkward spot. But I'm not sure if this is the right move or not, but it's fairly easy to pull this. So
just remove the center console for better access, hopefully?
hopefully, yeah.
Right. Okay. The vent for it. Straps. Alright, now we have access to the engine.
And unfortunately, it looks like that's doing absolutely nothing for us.
So it didn't really give us much of any access. Okay.
Well, let me look from the outside. Who knows?
Alright. So what's going on now, Brian?
Well, we've removed the inside cover. We can't access it through the engine cover from inside the cab. So we're just going to have to dig deeper until we can access it. It mounts up underneath the evaporator duct. I was hoping they'll just reach in and get the spring clips undone. However, yeah, it has other ideas.
So there's real no way to get to it without really removing a whole bunch of parts?
That I can tell.
Yeah.
I mean, trying to reach in, from the outside, unfortunately, there seems like, no matter what, there's always going to be something in the way. So I think the only option that's leaving us is to dig in deeper.
So what motor is that you're removing right now?
This is the evaporator blower motor.
Blower motor? Okay.
I'm not sure what that is in there.
Scroll cage.
McDonald's
Got it.
coffee stir.
Oh, coffee stirrers are important. All right.
Drivers.
Yeah. There's the inside of it.
Yeah, in fact, I need to clean that out. Yeah.
That is, it looks like it could use a little cleaning. All right.
Oh yeah, well, mud daubers. Yeah, definitely could use some cleaning. Why can't I find that $1 million I lost a long time ago?
It'd be an interesting story how it got there.
Yeah, especially since I've never had $1 million.
So is that whole assembly now something you're going to remove?
I'm gonna try to, buddy. I'm not sure about, but I'm guessing, we'll pull the screws out, pull the battery, and see if we can shift. I mean, obviously, like this screw is broken off, and I see that it's missing a nut over here. So clearly, and based off of the inside, the amount of screws that were missing in there, I'm not the first person to have been in it, and so.
Looks like there's a couple screws on the bottom as well.
Yeah, it may, this may not be a shortcut that I'm thinking it's going to be, so certainly could be as involved as anything else, but I just simply can't get access to those spring clips, and they're, relatively simple. I just don't have any room. I've even entertained, trying to manufacture a tool and to get access. Like I said, for better or worse, whoever's been in here last left a lot of their hardware out, so I hope in this case it's going to be our benefit, because definitely gonna have to remove this battery in order to gain access to the rest of the hardware.
So the battery's got to come out?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a ton of screws.
Yeah,
and I'm sure there's still a few.
You know, if you had to change the evap core on this thing, I'd say she was due. And the sad thing is, there's a lot more than that fell down. Look down there.
Yeah, it's yeah. That's years of accumulation there. That's pretty dirty.
It'll wash now.
Yeah, I saw that. But now is this going to give you the access you need?
I don't know. stressed out about one thing at a time.
So with all that stuff out of the way, are you able to get a bite on the clamp?
Feels like it on the top hose.
Okay.
So I can get this, one clip out of the way. That ought to give me the tiny little bit of clearance I need to get to the other clip. Kind of the way they're in there, they're blocking each other.
Such an awkward placement. Is the top one off?
Fortunately, I don't think the pliers were adjusted right. I had them opened a little bit, thinking that would give me plenty of compression. It's so tight in here. I was trying to keep the pliers as narrow as possible. Unfortunately. Now,
Still wrestling with it. Those clamps are just, the access to the clamps are just terrible.
Maybe some tool that would be ideal for this, but I certainly can't think of what it would be. It seems like any place I'm able to get, bite on the spring clips, I don't have room to rotate them, break them free, so.
Without removing that entire assembly, not just the cover.
Yeah.
With it, made any progress?
Yeah, I've gotten one of the clips. I switched over to back to these. I was able to get the clip moved. These are slightly shorter than these Craftsman ones, and you can see it's marginal, but it was that
just
little
enough.
bit made the difference. So I was able. I've got one of the clips pulled. And there's one of the hoses.
Okay.
Now,
get it out of the way.
It's just these spring clips. That's all it's holding on there. So it's super simple once you can get a bite on the spring clip.
Right.
But I'm hoping now that I got that out of my way,
You can get the other one?
I'll have, enough room to get the other one. No, of course it's still up there. behind where the two hoses come out. It's like kind of in right between them.
Okay.
You know, we just have to be careful when we put them back, not to put them back that way.
Still just working on that last clamp. I feel like it broke loose, Brian?
Yeah.
Possibly?
It's got it.
Woo! Woo! So that was zero fun. And there's the second hose right there.
And I'm telling you, for just a couple little spring clips.
They do their job pretty well.
Let's see.
So that hose, those two hoses.
Wow.
So there is the heater core, and that is the ginormous hole that was spewing all that coolant out into the floorboard. So, well, it's part shopping time, so, all right.
We'll have to wrap it up here today. Obviously, we need to order a part, and we'll pick it back up, and hopefully she'll be a hell of a lot easier going back together than she was coming apart, because, yeah, she fought all the way out. And the crazy thing is, it literally, the hardest part of this job was those two spring clips. And I was to the point where, you know, I was going to literally just sever these connections and, you know, pull them back out. Because obviously, you know, this is a, you know, trashed part. But yeah, so at any rate, we'll get this ordered and get her put back together. And let's cross our fingers she goes back a lot easier than she came apart.
All right, well, thank you, everybody. We'll see you on the next video. Remember to subscribe.